Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making a sweet and sour tofu. Now, this recipe is going to be fairly simple, but it is going to be made in 3 parts. I'm going to be making the tofu, I'm going to be making a sauce, and then I will be making some vegetables. I'll be bringing that together and making it into a delicious dish. I will also be serving this with some brown rice. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I'm preparing the tofu. All right, so preparing the tofu is pretty simple. I'm going to cut it in 3 the long way. I'm gonna flip it and again, cut it in 3rds. And so now we have this shape so far. Now I'm gonna cut it in cubes. Pretty much like so. So I'm gonna do that for 2 blocks of tofu. Now when I have the tofu cut, I'm just adding some oil. To a pan that is lined with aluminum foil, just so that way the tofu doesn't stick. And I'm going to add the tofu. You can change up how much tofu you're using. So when the tofu is ready to go, I'm going to add it to the air fryer and air fry it for about 30 minutes at 400 degrees. So I'm trying to maximize my time in the kitchen here. So I know that the tofu is going to be air frying for 30 minutes. So the next thing I want to do is get the next longest thing going, and that's going to be the vegetables. So basically I'm going to prep up these vegetables and then I'm going to begin sauteing them in a skillet. So let me go ahead and show you the ingredients I'm using for the vegetables. Okay, so as you can see here, I have some red pepper, carrot, broccoli, onion, yellow pepper, and some pineapple. I know I said some vegetables, but we're also adding in the pineapple to give it a little bit of sweetness and really bring out the flavors in these vegetables. Now, when it comes to the carrots first, I'm just gonna peel these carrots. Now I got a purple carrot, an orange carrot. It doesn't matter what carrots you use. You can use whichever ones you prefer. I like to add a little bit of color. I also like the antioxidants that come about from the purple carrots and other purple vegetables. So whenever I have the opportunity to use the purple vegetables, I definitely like to do so, just because, like I said, you get a little bit more antioxidants there, plus all the other benefits of whatever vegetable you're using. It's pretty great. You can see I got the carrots peeled. I'm gonna chop off the ends that I'm not using. Okay, so when it comes to the carrots, what I like to do is cut it down into some rectangles. This is going to make it easier to cut the shape of the carrots. It's easier to work with, as you can see. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a julienne on the carrots. So julienne is a 1/4 inch matchstick kind of cut. And you can see here, this is what I'm looking to capture. Now, for this recipe, I want to have about 1-inch size carrot pieces, so about so. So I'm gonna work through these carrots And then we will move on to prepping up some peppers. Okay, so next up we have our peppers. I'm gonna start with the yellow pepper. I'm gonna cut it in half, and I'm going to go and remove the seeds of the yellow pepper and the red pepper. Okay, so cutting the pepper. I'm going to cut some thin slices. All right, so nice thin slices. Now, I don't want these slices of peppers overpowering the carrots when it comes to cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the pepper into about 4. So that way they're about the same size as the carrot. Okay, and finally we have the onion. Okay, and so essentially I'm preparing the onion by removing the skin and keeping everything intact like so. Now, here I'm gonna make a cut. So I'm making cuts in the onion like so, and then just cutting down. This makes the process of preparation of these onions much easier. As you can see here, diced onion is that simple. I'm going to slice up the other half of the onion, and then I'm going to start adding these to a skillet. Okay, I'm going to start with sauteing up the onion. So next up is making like the sweet and sour sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the ingredients that I'm putting together for the sauce. All right, and so the ingredients I have is maple syrup, tomato paste, water, sriracha, pineapple juice, rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, ginger, and garlic. Now there is some minor prep work needed to make the sauce, so I'm going to mince up the garlic and I'm going to mince up some ginger, and I will show you that process, and then I will be mixing up the ingredients into the sauce. All right, so we have some grated ginger, now some grated garlic. Okay, and now I'm going to add the other ingredients: the soy sauce, the water, the sriracha, maple syrup, rice wine vinegar, pineapple juice, and tomato paste. And now I will mix that up. Now the sauce smells great. At this point I have everything cooking. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to let the vegetables continue cooking, and when they're about ready, I would say about 5 minutes out, 10 minutes out or so, I will add the sauce, because I want the sauce to reduce a little bit, but I want the sauce to reduce while it's cooking, so that way the vegetables really immerse themselves fully in the flavors of this sweet and sour sauce. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Alright, the vegetables are looking good, smelling good. I'm going to add most of the sauce to the vegetables. And I'm just reserving some of the sauce for the tofu. Okay, we have our tofu. Okay, and I'm just going to add the tofu to the sauce. Okay, so now at this point, like I said, the sauce and vegetables, they are cooking together. I have the tofu sitting in the sauce. It's cooked, it's ready to go, but the reason I have it sitting in the sauce is it's really gonna soak up some of that sweet and sour sauce, really bring that flavor together. And the rice is just about done. So next time you see me, I will be plating this all up and trying it out. Alright, so everything is done, and all that's left to do now is to try it out. So besides this being incredibly hot, it's sweet, got some savory, the vegetables are great, all of the flavors go really well together. This is delicious. With the rice you can get creative, you can add different flavors to the rice if you want. You can make like a garlic rice, you can make a sweet rice, really kind of anything that you want. Ultimately, the rice, when it comes to this, you're going to want to mix it in with the vegetables. That's going to give the rice a little bit better flavor. You can top it with some nori, some sesame seeds, anything like that to either add some crunch, add some more flavor, whatever you're looking for. Lots of different options with this dish, but it's definitely something that's simple and easy. It does take a little bit of time just because you got to cook it all, but it's worth it. You know, there's not much else to say about this recipe, but you can definitely give it a try, and it's pretty good. It's just a way to add a little bit of fusion, a little change to your nightly dinner. So that is the sweet and sour tofu with some rice. I'm your friend with Food Benefits, and I will see you again real soon.